What's up, folks? Rich Redmond here. Hey, thanks so much for the Percussive Art Society for always asking me to do these cool videos. I wanted to share some cool insights today with you. Actually, a cool beat called the push groove. And it's basically a quarter note, eighth note rest, and an eighth note, or a dotted quarter and eighth note. One, two, and a one, two, and. And this is a groove that has been in popular music, all different styles of music, rock, pop, funk, actually has roots in jazz. There used to be a beat called a dance called the Charleston bump, 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 bump. All these hep cats with their zoot suits, like Prohibition. And it was a figure in jazz. Boom, 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 boom. So we kind of stole it over the years, and it's kind of eked its way into all different kinds of music. So in its most basic form, number one, we have that figure on the bass drum, eighth notes on the hi-hat with a slight accent on 2 and 4. I like to have my shaker almost kind of sound like my hi-hat almost kind of sound like a shaker. And so number one goes like this. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, this figure comes from the first part of the clave. 1 and 4, 2, 3, 1 and 4, 2, 3. We just take that first part, 1 and 1 and there's also in Latin music a lot too. All right, so number two, we're going to add a backbeat on beat 4. 1, 2, 3. Now that snare drum we can also play as a cross stick, and that would go like this: 1, 2, 3. Etc. Now on number 3, if we wanted to do make a 2 or 4 bar phrase, we can use these different colors. So I can alternate between the cross stick and the snare drum, and I might even throw a tom in there. Okay. Well, that's actually number 4. I'm getting ahead of myself, but this is number 3. 1, 2, 3. You see what I did there? It becomes a 4 bar phrase because I added a little pickup and a little pea soup opening on the hi-hat. So your imagination and your creativity can come into play here too. We're going to do the same thing on number 4, but we're going to add some tom colors in there. 1, 2, 3. There. Now we're just going to add a straight backbeat, 2 and 4 on the snare drum, keeping this pattern the same on the kick drum. Sounds like this. 1. Like I said, you've heard this all over the radio on hit records. Also, creativity. Maybe try a double stop on the floor tom every other measure. Fun. Number 6, we can change the kind of the lope or the percolation and the overall feel of the groove by alternating our pattern on the hi-hat. I've been playing 1 like a shaker. Now we're going to accent with the shank of the stick every downbeat. So a little bit more forward motion, urgency. Sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. Right? Number 7, let's try accenting with the shank of the stick, alternating between the tip of the stick and the shank of the stick on the hi-hat. Some upbeat accents. Goes like this. 1, 2, 3. Number 8, I'm going to use that, just shank away on the hi-hat. Every 8th note accented. Really urgent, more rock. 1, 2, 3. That's fun. So number 9, we just look at the idea of adding some sixteenths into the mix, and we can use two-handed techniques or the one-handed technique, kind of like Jeff Porcaro. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. Okay, now if we want, we can use two hands. Things get a little bit funkier and also a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3. Now things get more fusiony if we add different accent patterns and maybe even some diddles in there. 1, 2. Now this is a mind blower. We could take the same beat, the Charleston, on the kick drum, same thing we're playing on the hi-hat, and now we're going to move the snare drum over to beat 3, and it becomes a giant halftime groove. 1, 2, 3. So at its most basic form, you can get a lot of mileage out of this. Never change the kick drum pattern. Use different colors, different accent feels on the hi-hat. Didn't even really play any fills or crashes. We can go over to the ride cymbal. Once we start doing that, you can play quarters over here, eighth notes, different accent patterns. You can play on the bell. But the moral of the story is that this is the Charleston, this is the push groove. We use it in Nashville every single day. And just to compare, this is a straight beat. See the little bump in the groove there? There's like a little hiccup, and that's what creates that feeling. So that's the push groove. We use it every day in Nashville. You're going to make use of it in all your modern music making. And I hope you had fun today. I'm easy to find. Send me an email, booking@richredmond.com, and we'll see you next time.